Hey guys, what's up? It's Chris from Channel Casual Fragrances. What's your scent day or scent of the night? Drop your comment down below. So this cool video here, we're gonna go to Perfumology and give you guys tips on how to buy your first niche fragrance. Hope you enjoyed this cool vlog video.
Thank you. Chris, thank you so much for coming to Perfumology. I'm glad that you made it back. My name is Mir. I'm the co-owner with my mom. Brian is over here, our manager of the shop. And we wanted to talk today about how to shop for niche, especially if it's your first time. I know you have opinions, and I'm going to go back and forth with you in a minute.
Definitely.
So thank you for having us on the show.
Awesome.
Thank you. It is awesome. It's very awesome. And what we look for in our shop is to have high quality fragrances that make people happy, right? You're not always going to hear a compliment when you wear it, but that's not why we have it. There's some perfumes that I say somebody will walk into traffic to smell you and be like, what is that? And so we'll talk about those too, because some people want that. Me, I like artistic expression in fragrances. I like just general daily driver fragrances, things that make me happy in different forms. But like, all you probably aren't wearing 20 fragrances a day.
No.
I'm wearing all of them all at once. Movies are broken down to 3-second snippets. I know you do, but like the longest your video should be is 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
Yeah, because movies are cut up into 3-second snippets. Like genuinely, it's the markings on the table that drive me crazy.
So we need more room around it now, so we can go like around.
Guess who messaged me today? A new label. Each one of those old ones were hand done.
Yeah.
Right? So now imagine it doesn't matter what part of the world, what it costs to manufacture there. It's going to be expensive to make a person do that.
Yeah, the only thing is there's...
What fragrances kind of to start with when you walk in? And I don't want to think about like a specific brand. I don't want you to like start and be like, this is the section I'm hanging out. I want you to kind of broaden your horizon as you explore niche. But first, let's narrow it down and expand from there. Let's figure out where we're starting from. And typically, when people come here for the first time, you've experienced this.
Yes.
I ask, I ask, what do you wear today? And what I'm looking for is a theme, right? So a bunch of commercial fragrances, you're typically going to stick to 1 or 2 types of fragrances. You're going to wear a fresh aquatic, you might wear a vetiver, a fresh vetiver, a dirty vetiver. That all exists here as much as it does in the commercial world, right?
Definitely.
So there's musks, there's vanillas, gourmands, florals. You know, if you know me well, if you've taken a look at our brand, it's a lot of fruity florals, but like I don't play by the rules entirely, right? So I like to play by the law, but not the rule, if that makes sense. So they're all well put together with really good fragrances, but some stuff is not designed to be typical. I love atypical fragrances, which is what builds our fragrances. You start, when you're in a shop, talk to the salesperson and be like, I like these perfumes. If you can, one thing that I ask people to do is take a photo of your collection and then bring it to the store. So as you walk into Perfumology and you've never been here before, bring a photo and be like, I don't remember how to even pronounce these, this is what I got. That happens to me every day. So if you have something that we can go by, then that really helps a lot. So if you're wearing a lot of woody ambers, which knowing the market right now, that's a huge amount.
Yes, amber.
That's so big. So that allows us to narrow it down to only 200 perfumes.
Only
Right?
200,
So
that's it.
and that's something to consider as you explore. I also want you to start super light. So that thing of crossing into traffic to say, oh my God, what are you wearing? That's the joke I make about Molecule, specifically Molecule 01, Molecule 2. Because those fragrances are so complementary, but so delicate and light, your nose won't pick it up after you smell a bunch of Xerjoff, right? This stuff is heavy, it's big. Zernal Gilly is big and heavy, right? So it's not to say that their stuff isn't fresh at the same time, so I want to explain that. The Molecule is so delicate, it's barely there, so that's the thing that you want to start with is the super light stuff. And really my goal for your first time in the store is to at least walk out with figuring out your genre.
Okay.
Right? So that you understand what's the type of fragrance that you're wearing. And then within that you go. So you and I were talking earlier, right? if you like I know this guy really well, and so you like Renaissance because it's got that mint, it's got citrus.
Yes.
It is a fresh vetiver. I'm going to show him Torino 21. You know what I'm not going to show you? Is Alexandria 2. This is Alexandria 2 anniversary. So this is not the right thing for you, Chris, although you would wear it, you'd
Yes.
have fun with it. Again, I know you, but like this is your thing that you're going to enjoy wearing more, and then this is the thing you're going to wear more formally. This is not the first time buyer.
No.
Probably not. It has happened, but it's not likely. That type of thing, something where it's an amber oud, again, working off the ambers, that is not going to be fitting for this. Person might get Desert Rosewood from Goldfield and Banks. This is much more accessible and relatable to that amber wood guy, right? So I'm probably going to pick something like that. If you like vanillas, I'm going to pick a Frustration.
Ooh.
I'm going to pick Naxos, right? So really what you need more than anything is to find a store, I hope local to you. I really hope it's Perfumology in Philadelphia at 3rd and Market. Just to plug that right there. But the truth is we don't know where it's going to go.
Yes.
I listen, and thus all our whole team, Brian especially is good at this, in figuring out what's the puzzle. In other words, what are you wearing already so that we know this is going to work, because otherwise we're smelling 1,000 things. And that, having had a couple of customers try, it's multiple days, your nose will not make it, and it's going to take a minute, right? So just thinking about this a little bit more, amber wood, I want to show you All Hail from Sound Library, right? I want to show you Desert Suave, Desert Rosewood. These are things that are more fitted. Every brand is going to have something that might work for you. And so don't limit yourself to one brand.
Definitely.
Start light, go take your steps into the bigger perfumes if you can, and that's where the salesperson is going to help. If you're left alone, honestly, watch more Chris's shows. You'll be able to figure out kind of what relates to the fragrances that you're talking about. Think about it like blue versus red versus anything else. If you like the color red and I like the color blue, I don't want to show you some blues, I want to show you reds, even though I really like blues. So when people ask me what's your favorite, I like blue and you like red, my favorite's not relevant to you.
Yeah, it's not gonna
so let's
work.
talk about reds and the things that I think work for you, right? There's tons of that. The colors make sense. Niche perfume is a really special subsection of the fragrance industry. This is where the perfumer gets to play, and that's because the customer is hardcore. Right, so this is a hardcore shop. This is for the real connoisseur, and I recognize that it's not intended for everybody.
No.
It's intended for the true lovers of perfume. We have something for everybody. We have accessible fragrances. We have stuff that's really good for people who are here for the first time, and then that kind of has that's fun to watch too, because we have people who come here for the first time and are like, I've never smelled anything like this. And we have the other people who are like, oh, I've never smelled anything like this. Same statement. So the question is, where are you going to fit? I like smoky things, right? Okay, cool. We have Smolder Rose, we have A City on Fire, we've got a bunch of incense, but those two perfumes are not the same accessible fragrance as Sancti from Liquide Imaginaire. So we want this to be the right thing for the right people. And our method is to ask you questions and to narrow it down. We start by narrowing it down, opening it up and then funneling it back down to the right thing for you. That's our process at Perfumology. We are stellar at that, and our team is really, really good.
I like coming here because you get a good experience, and like they're not over your back like Macy's or Sephora. Like they come in, they greet you, welcome to the store. If you need any help, let us know. And that's it. They're not like cramming over you to buy this and this. Like they want you to experience a fragrance you like, and eventually you will love it.
Yeah.
And want to buy that fragrance and have a good experience and tell other people to come check it out.
It's the right mix between letting you kind of go do things on your own and being available for when you have those questions, because that's really the store we wanted to make, the store we wanted to shop at, where education is available if you want, and Let Me Be is available if you want, because both are necessary. There's nobody like looking over your shoulder like, you good? Like, no, none of that. if you see me hanging out by you, it's like I want to talk to you about perfumes. Like I'm the talker of the bunch. There's no question. I want to talk to you about fragrances, but ultimately this is about your experience, the way you want to have it with the fragrances that you're interested in. Just to name another one note, one material is vanilla.
Ooh.
Right? So somebody's like, I need a perfume with vanilla in it. I'm like, cool. Can we narrow it down because we've got 500. Right? So that one's a really great example because there's a huge difference between Clutch, our perfume, which is a woody vanilla. Then we have, I'm just looking behind the camera. Then we've got Vanilla Powder, which is one of our best selling in the shop. And then we also, another big seller is Peach's Revenge. All three of those tell totally different stories with vanilla. So I really think that that's an exceptional way to run the store, and I wanted to do that.
I think people need to understand that you need to put the fragrance on your skin, and I was telling you off camera, you need to sample the fragrance a few times. You just don't spray it one time. I'm going to buy it right now. It might change with the opening, the mid, and dry down. You may not like the mid or dry down. I think that's kind of accurate.
No, you're spot on, and there's a way about this, right? So you see these blotter strips all over the shop. I want you to use them. I want you to spray it, right? You can explore and sniff. Don't touch your nose is my thing, because I'm super clean. So you spray the fragrance, right? And then you want to try it, and the reason we use the blotters is to make sure it's worth your time on the skin, right? Because this is now, perfume shopping takes time, perfume making takes time, understanding perfume takes time. So ultimately, take the time to wear it. You use the blotter, use this little piece of paper to figure out if it's worth your time. Then when you figure it out and narrow it down from there, this one here, I have one over here. You're gonna walk out wearing at least 2 perfumes,
Yes.
ideally. Wear one here. If you're like me, 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, 40 perfumes. You laugh,
But I know it's true.
but you know
It's
me.
true.
So take the time to wear the perfumes, and that's how you make your decision. If you can't make a decision in the store because you don't know how to process this, which is fair, we get that all the time, walk out wearing it. Buy a sample. Sampling is so key that if you don't sample it, if you don't try it on the skin, you're going to blind buy and make a mistake. It is inevitable, and we want you to love every fragrance you have. But when you blind buy, that happens. We released, speaking of vanilla and stuff, Decadent Memories is our best-selling fragrance,
Yes,
right?
really good.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that because one, it is, and two, it's an opinion.
And my wife likes it too, I'm sorry.
Yes. No, I'm sorry. We like the perfume. It's a terrible thing. Decadent Memories is kind of like a holiday memory nostalgia. We like to play with nostalgia, and Brian is a big element in this. He co-directed. He's the one who's like, we need a true gourmand, and this is the story we should tell. We should tell the story about being like stuffed and happy at the holiday time. And then like you get pie and you just need to eat it because it's delicious.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the thing, like this really good memory that Brian has from growing up. And so we made it in perfume, and people go nuts on the internet over this, right? I'm watching the comments because of course I am. And I'm like, wow, people are really doing it. And they're like, people are blind buying this based on other people's comments. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Try it first.
But yes.
Try it first because I want you to love it. It's so key. I'm not trying to add a sample. Samples actually, people think that we make a ton of money on them. We don't. Sampling is for you. Otherwise, I would exclusively sell full bottles if I was all about the money. I want you to try it first. Get it on skin. If you live in or around Philly, or if you're visiting Philly, visit us. If you're around a shop that's a niche perfumery, please go visit them. Because you need to try this stuff on skin. It's gonna dance and play on your skin in a different way than any other thing. It really is different. It is really different.
You gotta make sure, because sometimes it might smell really good on my skin, on your skin. It might smell a little off or a little off-putting. It may not smell the same. You might not get the same notes.
Yeah.
You may not be happy with the fragrance. So you want to be careful, you know?
You know what a good example of that is? And it's not between you and me because I know you have this.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Ganymede,
Oh,
right?
fire.
This is an amazing perfume. You and I can agree with this all day. I wore this to your wedding. I wear this to every wedding. Marc-Antoine Valois made a really great suede mineral aquatic. This is a beautiful fragrance. I know people who love this as much as I do.
Wow.
I know people who hate this
Yes.
in the opposite
I
direction.
know people that do not
most,
like that.
Most people are in the love category, but some people, they're like, I don't get it. Why would I wear it? I don't understand the hype. And so just be aware, which leads me to another comment. And I'm sorry, Chris, this goes against your whole thing.
Uh-oh.
Don't listen to the internet. Literally, the only thing that matters is how it wears on you. That's it. That's the only thing that matters. Listen to Chris. He's going to help guide you. But that guidance doesn't beat time on the skin. So sample, go to the store, get it on the skin. You don't have to spend money if you're around a store like ours. This is the way to do it. Once you get active, this is about your first trip. Once you understand how to wear it, what it smells like, once you smell it, and you're like, okay, my brain can break down top, middle, bottom. My brain can break down what sticks out that doesn't work, what sticks out that does work. That's the thing that's gonna really amplify your understanding. So the only way to do that is to wear it.
Yeah, you have to wear the
You have to
fragrance.
wear it.
And like I said, everybody's not gonna like the same fragrance. Just because we like Gammy doesn't mean you're gonna like it. And I know you like my opinion, like Nira's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You may not like the fragrance, and it's okay. Like there's a lot of fragrances I like that you may not like, or vice versa. And my wife doesn't like a certain amount of fragrances that I have at home as well.
Which is great, but funny to me because Kelly's opinion is great. My wife's opinion is strict. So when I wear those 40 perfumes, she's not home. She's not home for 48 hours because I'm gonna smell for 2 days. And then another thing, like it's a little more advanced, isn't just how like you break down. This is again, these things are for after your first trip. Just to take the time to smell it and all that. You could start layering at some point once you figure this out. So what do 2 perfumes, 3 perfumes smell like together on you? My advice is to layer the same genre or opposite genres. So that's like color theory where you're doing the opposite of the color wheel.
Okay.
Right? So that's one way. I like to double down. So if I'm wearing a vanilla that works, I'm gonna get another vanilla that works.
Oh, okay.
If I'm wearing a vetiver that works, I'm wearing 2 vanilla vetivers or 3 even that work.
Oh, wow.
But that's because I'm nuts and I have them all. So like I have them all and I want to use them all and I'm wearing 40 anyway, so whatever.
I think people, when you buy an each fragrance, you gotta buy it for yourself. You can't just go off of my videos or what the hype is on TV or YouTube. You gotta buy the fragrance yourself. You like it, just wear it. Whether it's your signature scent or you have multiple other fragrances, you gotta love the fragrance. Doesn't matter how much I talk about it, he talks about it. You're spending your hard-earned money on a fragrance.
Yeah.
And they are expensive.
Ultimately, you're the one wearing it. It's got to be about you. This is your selfishness here. You want to hear compliments. I know, me too, but I don't need them. Like it's not the thing that makes me go. The thing that makes me go is my own pleasure in the process of wearing it. That's what makes us make great perfumes too. Is what is great. Our budget to make perfumes is really high, and I know it's similar to a lot of other fragrances that we sell. Specifically in the high price bracket.
Yeah.
Ours are really inexpensive for what they are.
You really need to take your time when you're buying these fragrances because they can go from $200, $300, $500, even $1,000. But if you love the fragrance and you can afford it, then you buy it for yourself, not anybody else.
Don't buy it for anybody else because that's silly. You really need to buy it for you. The only exception to that is actually your own wedding.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. That was a
it's
different
your own
situation.
wedding. It's for you very explicitly and your partner who you are married. So that one is the one that without a doubt has to pass the test of do you like this? Which is also honestly what drives me to wear specific fragrances around my wife so I don't make mistakes, we'll say. I want to please her. So the same should be for you and your partner. Whoever you are, whatever it is, wear it for you, get it on skin, and if you're going out and specifically getting married, make sure your partner loves it too.
At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, your guy has some of the best knowledge of fragrances in the game. I've talked to him for almost 8 years now.
Yeah.
Going to Perfumology.
Been a
And
while.
it's just, I have a beautiful experience here. And if you can come here to Philadelphia, come here. Get to talk to him, Brian. The staff is amazing. I talk to everybody here, and it's just like, you have a great experience. You're not like, oh, I gotta buy something because I'm in here. Because no, you don't have to be like that. I get it. I've been to stores that do that. Come in here, try fragrances, and enjoy yourself. And if you find something you like, that's great.
The goal is to really just have the best perfumes for the best customers and the greatest community, and to bring them here. And then that also brings, selfish for me, but also for you, don't get me wrong, but we bring the perfumers here. We bring the creatives here, and you get to meet the people who make your perfume.
It's just a beautiful experience to come to a store and just try a fragrance on, maybe your first time trying niche. And it's okay if you walk in the first time like, I don't like this, don't like this. It's okay. You can make multiple trips back here and see what you like. You may not like the first fragrance when you walk in the door.
No, you probably won't, in fact. So I tell people red light, yellow light, green light. We're looking for the green light. You're probably going to experience a lot of yellow. And every once in a while, you're going to be like, why does this exist? You know, I'm not even going to pull that out. Sorry, there's a perfume there that I keep hidden for a reason. And so there's some stuff that's just not for everybody, and that's intentional. There's one guy who came in here, and he really shocked me because he purchased Smolder Rose. It was his first ever fragrance.
Okay.
Right? Smolder Rose is a smoke bomb rose. And nothing about this guy made me think smoky. Nothing about this guy made me think rosy. And so I'm showing him the most like commercially viable, easy to wear fragrances. And then he walks out, he's like, I've got to have Smolder Rose. And he rips through the bottle. He's back quick.
Wow.
And I'm like, that is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It is super ultra niche. So be open to experiencing things that you won't experience anywhere else.
You guys do have any questions about fragrance at Perfumology? You can always reach your guy. I know you're on Instagram.
Yeah.
Are you on Facebook as well?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I have a TikTok with one video. And it's just like I'll show up every once in a while, like a sporadic. But reach out. I love answering questions. I'm happy to talk about perfumes. It's what I love to do. That's why I do this. And you can email us info@perfumologyshop.com. Our whole team pays attention to that. So when you email us info@perfumologyshop.com, that will be a really easy way to get in touch with us so that you can have answers to the perfumes that we have here and we carry here. No matter who you talk to in here, we love fragrances just like you do. And it's going to be fun, I promise.
All right, thank you so much for being on my channel. I really appreciate you giving your insight of the store. And I know I already know about the store, but for letting my viewers know that haven't been here, that heard about Hyped Up Perfumology, never been here.
Yo, don't worry about the hype. I'm not worried about the hype, but thank you for having me on the show. Right? People love the experience because they have this freedom, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for having us on the show again.
You guys be safe. I'll leave Perfumology information down below, and your guys' information. Well, if you have any questions, just reach out to him, and he'll try to respond to them as soon as he get a chance to.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You guys be safe. We'll see another video very soon. Peace.